Imagine staring into the eyes of the person who took everything from you, holding the very blade that split your father's blood, and realize that the rage consuming your soul is not a weapon, it's your cage. For years, you believed that anger was your strength, that the fire burning in your chest was the only thing keeping you alive. But when the smoke clears and the target of your hatred is gone, you are left standing in an empty field, shivering the cold, holding nothing but a blunt dagger and a lifetime of wasted breath. This is the precise moment when the illusion of motivation dies, and the painful, quiet reality of true discipline begins. Most people spend their entire lives waiting for a spark, a sudden burst of inspiration to rescue them from the mediocrity, completely unaware that inspiration is a fair weather friend. If you only move when you feel like moving, you are not a master of your fate. You are a slave to your moods.
I have no enemies.
How do you intend to live your life, Thorfinn? Don't get stuck in a worthless place like this forever. Go far, far away.
Listen to me, my son. You don't have enemies. The truth is that nobody has them.
The history of Thorfinn, the battle-hardened protagonist of Vinland Saga, is not a glorification of warrior culture, but rather a brutal, honest mirror held up to the human condition. When he was young, Thorfinn was the epitome of blind obsession. He possessed an relentless drive, scaling frozen cliffs and surviving deadly battlefields, all fueled by a singular, toxic desire: revenge. To the untrained eye, his relentless pursuit of his father's killer looked like a discipline. He trained in the freezing rain, went days without food, endured unimaginable psychic agony. Yet, this was not discipline. It was merely distraction. It is incredibly easy to be driven when you have a scapegoat, an external enemy to blame for your internal torment. When that enemy was suddenly stripped away from him, Thorfinn was forced to confront the terrifying emptiness of his whole existence. He became a husk, a slave working in the fields of a foreign land, stripped of his weapons, his status, and his purpose. It is in the quiet, monotonous mood of the farmland that Thorfinn's real journey begins. And it's here that we find the first profound lesson about genuine discipline. True discipline is not born in the loud, chaotic clamor of the battle. It is forged in the silence of repetitive and glamorous labor. For years, Thorfinn used his daggers to tear lives apart, but as a slave, he was forced to use an axe and a plow to clear a forest and build something from nothing. This transition represents the ultimate psychological shift from destructive energy to constructive focus. When you are driven by emotion, either it's anger, jealousy, or the desperate desire to prove others wrong, your energy is volatile and unsustainable. You are merely reacting to the world around you. Discipline, however, is a proactive choice to build, day by day, tree by tree, even when the ground is frozen and your hands are bleeding. And there is no audience around to applaud your struggle. To cultivate this level of mastery, you must undergo a profound internal death, much like Thorfinn did. You have to willingly lay down the daggers of your ego. Many of us carry all versions of Thorfinn's daggers, or pride, or past grievance, your excuse, and your need to constantly defend your self-image. We use these defense mechanisms to fight against the reality of your situations, instead of doing the actual work required to change. When Thorfinn resolved to never hurt another human being again, he wasn't choosing weakness, he was choosing the hardest path imaginable. It takes a terrifying amount of strength to look at your past mistakes, accept the full weight of your guilt, and decide that you will actively choose peace and constructive action over easy, destructive impulse. This is the core of discipline, the ability to vet your immediate urges in service of a higher, long-term ideal. If you look closely at your life, how much of your daily activity is spending fighting imaginary enemies? We spend hours arguing on the internet, stealing researchment over past failures, or scrolling through social media to fuel a quiet envy that paralyzes us. We mistake this emotional turbulence for a living. We believe that because we feel deeply, we are making progress. But feelings are cheap. They come and go with the weather. The plow does not care if you are sad, tired, or grieving. The field must still be cleared if you wish to survive the winter. When you begin to view your daily tasks not as obstacles to be avoided, but as the literal soil in which your future self is being grown, your relationship with discomfort changes. You stop asking the world to make things easier for you, and instead you start developing the shoulders capable of carrying a heavier load. Ultimately, Thorfinn's transformation teaches that discipline is not a punishment we inflict upon ourselves, but the ultimate form of self-respect. It is the realization that you are entirely responsible for the state of your soul and the direction of your life. You cannot control the storms that ravage your shores, nor can control the cruelty of the people who cross your path, but you can control whether you choose to respond with the primitive instincts of a beast, or the deliberate, quiet resolve of a human being striving for something better. The next time you find yourself standing at a crossroads of temptation and duty, paralyzed by the sheer weight of what you must do, look at your hands. Ask yourself if you are going to use them to destroy another day with skills, or if you are finally ready to pick up the plow, face the frozen ground, and begin the long, silent work of rebuilding your life. So, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and share it to your friends so they can see how Thorfinn teaches about discipline. God bless you guys.